All right, everyone, here we go with a Soulmate Journey update, right? We've been randomly looking at the bottom to see what's here. It kind of sets a theme energy. It seems to sort of jive with the whole thing. Mark your calendars, kids. This is very unique here. I took a look before I hit record. I got a chariot and a chariot. Two chariots. You two are about to run headlong into one another, right? Headlong. They're coming a little faster than you, so you're not going to meet at the halfway point, probably closer to your side. Right? I mean, if there's a Burger King halfway between your house and theirs, you probably meet at the Wendy's that's closer to your place. All right? That's the best I can tell you. This is very nice, very interesting. The chariot Cancerian energy represents this soulmate cycle. So to have a soulmate journey reading with two chariots randomly at the bottom of two different decks, they just showed up there the last time I put the cards away. Put the cards away randomly, shuffle 3 times, whatever's there is there. I'll tell you what. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's shuffle the deck for the DF side, which is most of you guys watching in this cycle. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Right? I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Y'all moving at different speeds on your timeline. There's a whole playlist of these. All right? Everybody's at a different spot. But if you're at this spot right now, be careful. You're about to have a head-on collision. I'll tell you what. With somebody, I don't know. I feel like it's a surprise. I feel a surprise energy here. I don't know. A shocker. Shocking. Okay. All right. Or it could be two people butting heads. It could be double determination for some of you. All right. Be careful about being too determined to get your point across to somebody. That's usually a waste of energy. Right? Especially if you're doing it to a DM. They always go to see things their way. See, they have to figure it out for themselves. You telling them isn't going to do anything. I don't know. Let's see where we go. Let's do it. DF side, bottom of the deck. All right, done shuffling. I swear to God, that's unreal. I shuffled the whole time, the whole intro spiel, the whole determination kind of a thing. Here you are. It's right there. Chariot again at the bottom. What's on top? This is going to be a cool reading. Yeah. What did I say? Rewind. Right? What did I say? I said that's 10 swords. Right? We'll just get it on camera. That's 10 swords crossed by the chariot there. That's unreal. I said it's a surprise. It's a shocker. I also said be careful about being too determined. Determination is one of the energies of the chariot. Right? Be careful about being too determined to get your point across. You know, you'll end up hurting this connection with whoever this is. They're not going to see things your way. I don't think this side will see things your way. You have to be okay with that on some level. Whatever the topic is, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, I don't know. 10 swords. Let's clarify with the little animal deck. All right, this is unreal. I was going to shit if there was a chariot at the bottom here randomly. It's a three of cups. All right, let's go. The chariot is also a card of distance. It could be geographical distance. It could be something very 3D. I think they might be traveling further than you would be the kind of thing. It's sort of like my Burger King Wendy's thing I said at the beginning of this, I think. They make a longer trip. If you were to meet in the middle, it's an hour drive for each of you. They end up driving an hour and a half. You only have to drive a half hour. It's that kind of thing. Just something for your mind's eye. Don't take me literally. I'm not talking about driving, right? I'm talking about who's meeting who. So I think this energy will make an effort. It's not just about meeting you halfway. This energy will make an effort. Just don't go too crazy with it, all right? All right, let's go. 10 swords. What do we get? This is very interesting. All right. Bottom of the deck. 6 wands. That's crossing whatever the center card is, and that's red with that. Something you've wanted, someone you've wanted, because it's a soulmate journey reading. It could be something. It could be a soul's true purpose. It could be. Somebody is getting fired at just the right time for a job opening, for something you've always wanted. But we'll say it's a person. All right. But it could be what I just said. Someone you've always wanted now wants you. Now is very interested in that. All right? And they're coming towards you for sure. Absolutely. That's victory after a long battle, bringing a great deal of transformation. Why is the 10 swords here? What's on top? The 2 of Pentacles. There's a lot you'd like to say to whoever this is. It's frustration on some level. There's a lot you'd like to say. You'd like to tell this person, I think you're wrong about this, 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 and this, and I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're wasting your time. Okay? I mean, I have had a lot of soul connections in my life. It's it doesn't matter what it is. It's people are ingrained on the DM side. They're very ingrained. Their beliefs are tied to their ego on the DM side. So everything is tied. I've described it once as a series circuit, right? It's a series circuit would be you hook up the Christmas lights and one goes out, they all go out, that kind of a thing. That's what this is here. So if the DM side believes that if the narcissists out in the world, the blame shifters all believe that if they admit they were wrong about something, then their whole world collapses. Okay? That's any psychologist will back that up. It's not great. So I don't want you to get too frustrated here. You're jammed up with all kinds of things you'd like to say. I need you to zip it just a little bit. And just bear in mind, you can put your ideas forward, but don't push too hard. All right? Hey, do what you want to do. I don't care. I'm just trying to help you. Center card, crossed by victory after a long battle, red with the chariot. Yeah, the Eight of Wands, they're coming. What did I say? I don't even know. What did I say? No, I said this card here, right? They want you now. They're coming to communicate. They're coming to you to reach out. And you also have some things you want to say. Remember, I got 2 chariots here, and yours came back. So I think you're a little more huffy than they are. Okay? I think you're huffy. I'm going to call you huffy. All right? A little bit. It feels a little huffy here. All right? You got to shove it down their throat. Hey, there's no way to convince people on this DM side of too much. All right, why is the 2 of Pentacles here? The Hierophant. Yeah. You feel like you need to say something in order to enlighten somebody. You feel like if you don't, there's no way to have a long-term connection with this person. I don't think that's true 100%. There's a lesson ingrained in the energy right now about accepting people for who they are, right? It's just the way it is. I mean, on an extreme example, I joke about my mother sometimes here in these videos. I'm never going to convince her that everybody's equal. I don't even get upset anymore about that. It's not impossible for us to have a long-term relationship, and it would be impossible for us to have a long-term relationship if I tried to convince her around that her point of view is wrong. Because her point of view, just like every DM on this side, is tied to everything. So if that's wrong, then it's all wrong, and my whole life was a waste of time. It all collapses like a sandcastle, right? So there's no point. You can have a long term with whoever this is, whatever kind of connection it is, accept this person for who they are. You can put your beliefs out, you can put your point of view out, but then shut up. The more you hammer it home, the more you hammer 10 swords in this, and the more you convince yourself that it can't be long term. It very well could be a runner. It could be an ex. It's more likely an ex, somebody you had a relationship with, than a straight up runner you've never spoken with. Okay? More likely. All right, let's see where we go. Wow, let's see if we shuffle away this chariot or if it comes back. Let's shuffle for the DM side. Let's see where we go. Yep. It's pretty much everything I just said. It's this person's ego. All right? A little bit. It's this person's beliefs are tied to everything, their whole state of being. Okay? It is what it is. There's no point in arguing with people like this. There's no need. It's a waste of time. You might as well be yelling at a dog. Rah, 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 rah. The dog's just going to bark back at you. That's it. And you walk away and you go, I can't have a relationship with you, dog. And the dog doesn't care. It just keeps barking at you as you walk away. It doesn't matter. All right? Keep that in mind. I think this is a good connection for you. You have a soul contract. You signed up to deal with whoever this person is. You signed up for it. Okay? Whatever, I know I signed up to deal with my mom. I know that. I know she's here because her beliefs are so opposite of mine, where I'm like everyone's equal, everyone's energy, all this kind of stuff. She thinks that's all poppycock. It's all, this, that, the other thing. I know she's here to test me. I know that. It's fine. I've got other people that aren't my mom that are also here to test me. But that being said, in your case here, this could be a parent. It could be somebody who doesn't believe in you or believe in what you do or who you are or what you stand for. Could be. I get this type of energy a lot with children who are, let's say, coming out and the parents aren't accepting and trying to convince them. It's tough. It's tricky. Even eventually this side sometimes just agrees with you to keep the peace. Sometimes. Okay? But it's fake. Right? There's always this devil energy attached to it. Let's assume this is an X. Okay? For the good of the reading, let's assume this is an X. They test you. They try you. All right? Or a soulmate you wanted to hear from. They try you. There's a test here. You signed up for this. You need people like this that challenge you, that are so opposite from your beliefs that it almost pisses you off to a point. Like, how can they think that way? You know, how can they believe nonsense? I mean, it is what it is. See? Look at this. 5 swords right there. All right. This person might admit, I think I hit the nail on the head already. They might fold. This is a false victory. It's the 5 of swords. I think this energy might fold just to try to get closer to you. It's a trick. I want you to be careful. I'm sorry, but it is. If I don't warn you about that, you'll probably fall for it. Really talk about your side of what you believe and try to get them, convince them around all you want to. I think this person might cave a little bit. All right? They might cave, but it's fake. It's fake. I want you to be careful with that. What it should do is push them away, and what it doesn't. Why are they faking it? So that they can come in and try to show you the error of your ways. All right? Sort of a Trojan horse energy. Okay? Randomly at the bottom of the deck, we're going to clarify with, I shit you not, is the devil. Look, it's an important reading. We've had a lot of double cards, right? Double chariots, triple chariots if we count that one. Double devils here. I didn't know that was there. It's just there from the last time I put this deck away. All right? I'm spot on here, but you have to catch my drift. I'm sure it's not everything I've described. I've given you some examples. I've given you personal life examples, which someone always makes me pay for. I've slowed down on that in recent years just because people these days, if I say something somebody doesn't want to hear, it's fucking nuts. I just don't need it. I got enough going on in my life. I'm enjoying my life right now, so I don't need to fucking hear it. It's just a reading. I'm offering my point of view. If I share something with you, take it for what it's worth to you. All right? At least it is what it is. This person here, they're just going to Trojan horse, agree with whatever your point of view is, or meet you halfway. Again, like I talked about with the chariot, they're going to come a little further. They're not just going to meet you halfway. They're going to come a little closer in on your side. And in effect, it does kill the connection. Because the more they agree with you, the closer you let them get. And the closer they get, the more they can try and manipulate you a little bit. Be careful. This is a manipulator energy, no doubt about it. It's designed to leave you confused. All right? Let's see where we go. 5 of swords. 5 of swords. Let's see where we're at. Why is it here? All right. Bottom of the deck. 4 of wands. It's a happy new beginning. Let's bring the family back together. Let's get the band back together. It's tied to the devil, crossing the center card I'm going to pull. I got a 4 of wands tied to a devil. Somebody's being nefarious to have the happy new beginning with you. Okay? They're being tricky. Right? I don't know. What's on top? The Queen of Pentacles. It's just... for some reason... whoever this is, an ex, a family member, a friend, they want you on their side. Okay? Whoever this is. They actually, I'm going to say, they'll tell you they have a lot of respect for you. I don't think they do. And yet, if I go a layer deeper in the energy, they've put you on some kind of pedestal. All right? It is what it is. I see this a lot with parents. I do. I get reamed every time I mention family here, but I do. I help a lot of people that have family problems offline. I don't do it online because you just catch hell for it. But if somebody asks me, I see this a lot with parents and things like that, where the parent isn't proud of the child, and the child's like, they hate everything I do, but then, they're just so proud to be a parent. There's that whole parent aspect that's at the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, they don't like what you do, but they like that they have a kid. You know, that kind of a thing. So, I mean, center card, 2 of Wands. Again, they have an intention. They've got a 4 of Wands with bad intent. Right? I feel like I should play the Aqualung riff here. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Eyeing little girls with bad intent. You know, a little bit. It's bad intent. This is setting the intention to come towards you, to bring the band back together. Let's get back together. We're exes. Let's be together. Let's keep the family together. Can't we just agree? You know, I'll just agree with you so that we can be together. Yet I'm lying about that. That creates an underlayer of tension. You can't allow that. I mean, you can if you want to, but I don't advise it. Later, it's going to come back into an explosive argument at some kind of Christmas dinner, right? Ruin Christmas some year, right? What's red with the Ace of Pentacles? Feels like an Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. The Page of Swords, yeah. This energy, it ties a little bit to what I said. This very well could be. I got to say, ex or family. I've got to say, an ex that wants to get back together, or if you're estranged from a family member because you have different views on things or whatever. This is such a common energy right now. It really is. It's not surprised it's coming up. You have a soul connection with whoever this is, which is probably why they drive you nuts. Okay? It's probably why they cause you a lot of frustration with that 2 of Pentacles and all that heat. Right? Feel the heat. Right? Feel the heat. A lot of frustration. You know, they matter to you. This energy, whoever it is, ex, family member, whatever, they matter. I'm going to say they're disappointed in you, in your beliefs. I'm going to say that. But underneath it, if I go a layer deeper, they're proud of you. It's the most. It reads like a. It reads like an. Like a. I don't know. I don't even want to say it reads like a narcissist of the highest order. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. It's somebody here who just, again, all of their beliefs are linked together in a series circuit. If they admit one's wrong, their whole world crashes down around it. This is probably a blame shifter. It's never their fault for anything. It's always somebody else, right? I mean, in my family with my mother, it's always her sister's fault. No matter what it is, my aunt did it. You know, it's straight up. It's crazy. But it's true. You'd almost laugh. You're like, okay, let me guess, right? So, I don't know. If it's an ex, this is a problem you had. So they want to get back together. So they're going to meet you more than halfway. But I don't want you to fall for that. I want you to have long term. You need to be aware that they're Trojan horsing you so that you don't get taken. Okay? That's all I'm saying. If they're quick to agree with you about something and just say, yeah, we'll just let that go. Let's let bygones be bygones. Or they use the famous line, let's agree to disagree. You can't. There's too much tension here to agree to disagree. There's too much. There's a reason you are estranged from them. There's a reason they're an ex. Okay? You either meet halfway or they have to come a little further, I think, than they have to come a lot further. I think you could figure out a way to sort of, you could apply the psychology that I apply, which is, can't admit they're wrong, because if they do, then their whole world falls apart, So you see that a lot with most people who I tell you not to be like. Most people fall on this side that are out there in societal energy. You see a lot, they're afraid to be wrong, and they ask themselves the question when they're wrong, well, if I'm wrong about that, I must be wrong about everything, which is complete nonsense. That's not necessarily true, But that's where it goes when you wire your emotional life in a series circuit, right? You wire your whole ego. One Christmas light goes out, they all go out. All right, let's shuffle here. Shuffle in the witches. Let's see where we go. What else you want to talk about? You want to talk about this side or that side? So you're getting Trojan horsed by somebody you have a differing opinion with. And there's a lot you'd like to tell them. I feel your frustration. Steve, I'd like to give them the what's what. Mm-hmm. If you do in this energy with this here, the way it is with the 5 swords and the devil and the queen of... I can kind of see your point of view. It's a lie. It's fake. All right? It's bad intent. It's a Four of Wands built on bad intent. If you're getting this reading, you're getting it because you need to have this. You need to know this stuff. You don't need fucking roses and rainbow. You want me to roses and rainbow this reading up for you? Sure, I'll do it. That's fine. Yeah, this person's coming in. You got a soul contract with them. You're finally going to get a chance to be together for the long term. They're reaching out to you, right? They're very disappointed in themselves because you're very special. You matter. You're a big deal. They've set the intention to come towards you, and it's a pull they can't deny. And they might, with the Five of Swords, stab themselves in the foot a little bit. They might sabotage it a little bit. That's a surface read on it. That's a read you get most places. That's what you get, right? It's good ratings. I'm giving you something much deeper. Psychology here, the psychology of what the fuck is happening here, all right? So I just gave you both. You could take whatever you want. Take it however you want to take it. All right, let's see where we go. Come on now. 3 cards and a crossing card. You got to go at least, if you're pulling a reading, you got to be able to go at least 3 layers deep. If not, the surface reads are usually pretty good. On the surface, people stroke you all the time. People, an example of a surface read in real life, you run into somebody in the store. And you say, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? I'm good, man. How are you? And it actually sounds like they care how you are, right? They don't. They don't give a shit. They're hoping you keep your answer short and just say good. And you'll probably notice that they keep walking. As you're talking, they don't even stop. Or they keep angling toward being able to get out of there. You know, kind of a thing like that. You know, that's surface read. That's it. So, I gave you the surface read, but what's more important here is the Trojan horse aspect. You can accept this if you want, that they're pretending that they agree with you. You can go ahead and accept that. Knock yourself out. But I think you're just asking for an explosive, an actual explosion of, I don't know, your head explodes later on down the road, you know. Christmas of 2032. Oh, never forget that one. Steve's viewer exploded, right? All right, here we go. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. I don't know who it wants to talk to. I don't know which side. 3 of Pentacles, 10 Swords, the Star, the Magician. Let me move this out of the way. The Magician has got a lot of cards on the table for this reading. The Magician is crossing the 10 Swords. Yeah. It's sort of along the lines of what I was saying, okay? I read the energy first and I throw the cards. I had the deck down while I was talking. I want you to remember something, that life is supposed to, yeah, look, they want to get back together. See? Look at that. There's the lovers right underneath. We didn't even know that was there, right? It might just be, and for some of you, they might just want a Trojan horse and just agree with you to go along, to get along, because they want to bang you. And we talked about that. I don't joke about anything that's not in the reading. Right? Go ahead if you want to. There's a lot of anger here. It should be pretty good. I mean, there'll be some hard slamming happening here, right? You know, whether it's a strap-on or the real deal, there's going to be some powerful shit. I'll tell you what. Get you some Vaseline. All right. Anyway, or glycerine, whatever the case. It's what I said here. Life tests us. It always does. There's always, on the surface, something can look really good, but what's really happening underneath is a lesson. Anything is like that. Winning the lottery is like that. All right? On the surface, it looks really good. I just won $60 million. Underneath it is a series of devil tests. Underneath it is it seems like the energy has bad intent. People come out of the woodwork. All of a sudden, they're your friend. If you're stupid enough, you accept that. They Trojan horse you. Right? All of a sudden, I was wrong the whole time, man. I totally agree with you. They get in your life, and all of a sudden they need, hey, my mortgage is due, and, that kind of a thing. It's always a test. Anything, the negative energy is always there. You got to go down the layers. I could have taken the roses and rainbow route with this, but I think for somebody watching, this is an extremely important reading. And we get Trojan horsed a lot. Anytime something good happens to you, generally speaking, there's a lesson underneath it somewhere. I'm going to tell you right now, your life is moving in a new direction. There's new opportunities coming your way. All right? You need to be careful about letting this energy in. This energy might, and again, I risk it here, but I'm going to say it, this energy might Jinx. We use the word jinx. It might jinx. You might want to burn some sage around this person when they show up. You know what I'm saying? This energy might jinx any new opportunities that you've got, new journeys you've got. Any journey with this person, even if you're like, well, Steve, I get it. They're going to Trojan horse me, but I'm just going to allow that to happen. Any journey like that, any journey, right? The magician crossing the 10 of swords ends in 10 swords. Plain and simple. All right? There's no way out. You've got to talk about things with this person if you want victory. Your energy's attached to all these too. You've got to talk, 8 of Wands, about things if you want victory. But there's a way to do it. And the way to do it is what I said. Don't try to shove your opinion down their throat. All right? You've got to find a compromise with this person. And if you can't, you need to send them packing. If they're just going to cave in, well, we'll just agree to disagree. That is passive-aggressive nonsense. That's somebody who hasn't changed their point of view. They think you're a disappointing moron, and they're just going to, well, you know what? Steve's viewer is a hot little number. I just want to bang them, so whatever. You know, or if it's a parent, they just want to tell their friends that they have a kid that doesn't hate them. You know, that happens all the time too. You know, that's very common. So they, you know, again, they just go along to get along. You have to be careful of that because that tension comes with them. Express your view to this person, listen to what they have to say, and you might want to have a cooling off period. All right, just a little bit. But if you hear anything out of this person, an ex, a family member, a friend, whatever it is, of let's just go along to, let's just agree to disagree. If you hear something along those lines, if anybody ever says that to you, nothing's been settled. Nothing. And there's usually the side that says it is seething on the inside. Okay? A little bit. It's just a tip. Take it for what it's worth to you. All right? I've been studying human nature since I was a 4-year-old kid, man. I've been watching people, watching them, reading them, picking up little micro expressions and little whatever. I'll tell you what, I've heard that phrase a lot of times. You know, that phrase, let's just agree to disagree, is why my whole family still gets together for Christmas and Thanksgiving. You know, and I avoid it like the plague if I can because there's so much tension at that damn table. You probably couldn't cut it with a knife. You'd need some kind of axe and a chainsaw to get through it. All right. So be careful. I want you to know what you're getting into. On the surface, yep, you got somebody coming back. It's a soul contract. They're here to test you. Yep. You got communication coming. Yep. Yeah, they're hot for you. They're very attracted to you. Well, good for you. All right. There's your surface read. All right. Some people just like those, I guess. I'd rather go into a battle informed than, yeah, they're coming. Okay, can you give me some more information? Where are the troops? What are they carrying? What kind of weapons they got? They're coming. Okay. You know, that's a little uninformed. Knowledge is power. Remember that. All right. That's your reading. Good luck.